Welcome back to another episode of Everything But the Lesson Plan. I am your host, Franchesca Thompson, and today we're diving into something we all can relate to, the impact of that one special teacher who truly made a difference in your life. Pause for a second and think about the teacher that made a significant impact on you. What did they do? The teacher who didn't just teach the material, but inspired you, challenged you, and left an impression that stuck with you forever. In a time where we're facing a nationwide teacher shortage, I thought that it would be great for us to get back to sharing stories of why teachers are so important and how they make a difference in our lives. So each season on Everything But the Lesson Plan, we have someone on the show to share about their favorite teacher. Today, that someone is Alyssa Thompson, and I'm so excited to hear your story. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, this is my child, y'all. Okay. And she completes everyone who has now been in the family on the show. So she was the last one. Her brother, her sister, and her dad have all been on the show. And today she completes the Thompson Five. Okay, did you know that?
No, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Okay, yep. So let's talk about who your special person is. But before we jump in there, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So, I'm looking into going to college to become a veterinarian, and I would really like to explore different types of animals and yeah, learn about all of them.
Okay, and so before we get there, you were probably the youngest guest we've had on the show. So what grade are you in?
I am in the 11th grade.
And you attend Grayson High School?
Yes.
And so we just wrapped up our college tour. Tell them where you toured.
Oh, yeah. So, I toured UGA, Augusta, and Emory, and they were all really nice, especially Emory. And I really enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, and UGA has the veterinarian program that you're
Yeah,
interested in.
both UGA and Emory.
Have that. Okay. So she's in that stage of her life. She's touring, she's trying to make decisions. She's about to start dual enrollment and she's about to go into her senior year. So we've never had a guest on the show who's actually in high school answer these questions. So this will be our first time. So tell me a little bit about what type of student you are. Okay, what type of student were you? I guess for you, K through 11th grade. How did you show up in the classroom? And I always give my guests this chart. This chart, and I'm gonna put it in the show notes. It says 13 types of students you see in every classroom. There's things like teacher's pet, there's the overactive type, the student athlete, the go-getter kind, the prize intellectual, um, the nerd, and all. It's just a list. So I'm gonna add this in the show notes. So Alyssa looked at the list, and what did you come up with when since you've been in school, what kind of student have you been?
Yeah, so I would say that I'm a in-between student athlete and a go-getter because I balance my sport and school life, and I always prioritize both equally.
You do. What kind of sport are you in?
Oh yeah, so I am a swimmer at Grayson High School, and I made it to county twice.
You made it to county twice. Okay. How long have you been swimming?
Since I would say fourth grade.
Since fourth grade. So you love swim. Are you gonna swim in college?
No.
Dang, I was hoping on that. Dang, on it. I thought I was gonna get her recorded saying she was gonna swim in college because y'all know those college fees. We need these student athletes, but you got high grades, so we gonna get them scholarships anyway. Okay, so what are some of your favorite hobbies? We know swimming for sure. And a true story, Alyssa has been swimming since she was like 1 day old. The way my husband does it here is as soon as you're born, Okay, and she's a June baby. He's dumping you in that pool, and you are going to have to learn how to swim as a baby. So, all of the children, all three of them, are swimmers, and it has nothing to do with me because I'm still trying to learn how to
Mm-hmm.
swim. They say they
Mm-mm-mm.
teach me how to swim every year.
Every year.
That's not true. Okay.
Very true.
So, she has been swimming since she was like a baby. So, so back to your favorite hobbies.
So obviously swimming would be one. I do enjoy cooking. I
Mhm.
love I love boiled eggs. Okay.
It's
I love boiled eggs.
boiled eggs.
And
Okay.
then I like playing my violin. I'm in chamber orchestra, and I also like to play my piano and be in nature.
You love nature, and the piano is something you self-taught.
Yeah, I self-taught.
What was that piano we played on this summer?
It
Uh,
was like a
it,
hundred
it
thousand.
was $100,000 piano. What was the name of that piano? We're gonna have to look that up.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, she is really, really good at that. And didn't you have a YouTube channel at one time?
Yes, it was Alyssa's favorite things.
Yeah, what happened to that YouTube channel?
Uh, I don't know. Kind of
Mm,
just grew out of it.
okay.
Sometimes.
hmm So, let's talk about your favorite teacher. Who was or I guess this could be was or is because you're still currently in high school. So, who is your favorite teacher and why is he or she your favorite teacher?
So right now, my favorite teacher is Mrs. Robinson, and she's the type of teacher that likes to make bonds with her students. She always makes sure that she's friendly and caring to all of her students, and I really appreciated her for that. And I would also like to say that I had a favorite teacher in eighth grade as well. Her name was Miss Alexander, and she also had the same traits of caring and friendliness.
And I remember y'all called her Miss A, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she had you doing a lot of different things too. You probably was that teacher pet.
No, but she did. She at the end of the year, she gave everyone certificates.
Oh, she did.
Hmm.
Okay. And what did Miss A teach?
She was my language arts teacher.
Your language arts teacher, and Miss Robinson is
Is
your
my U.S. history teacher.
U.S. history teacher. And so those close bonds that they've made with you, you felt comfortable to talk to her about
Hmm.
things. She probably shared a lot with you guys as far as what was going on in the school or opportunities available, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now that's what it takes. So, what type of learning environment was created for you by these teachers? I guess you kind of answered that. Is there anything else that you can remember being in the class that was exciting about the class?
They would like to make hands-on learning experiments,
Mm-hmm.
and they would like to joke around, make sure everything was fun, and when you walked into the class, it wasn't like, oh, you're gonna be stressed out. It was always like a relief that your teacher was gonna be nice and understand that sometimes you won't get the work done. So I really liked both of their learning environments.
So that hands-on approach was really key for you, or is key for you because you're currently still in the class, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you love hands-on experience. What's one of your out of your experience in high school, what's one of your class projects? And it might not be in Miss Robinson's class, but one class project that you've done, you was like, this is totally cool.
In my psychology class, we made a poster about the brain, and we got to show our personality on our board and use our creativity to describe the brain parts. And it was cool seeing how everyone else showed their creativity.
Of demonstrating what the brain looks
Yes.
like. Yeah. I'm trying to think, what was my coolest project when I was in high school? Because I still can remember that. I made a bread box.
What?
What? Why? What's that face? Okay. Yes, I took wood shop and we made a bread box. And that was very exciting for me. Okay, and my I brought it home and gave it to my mom. See, they don't teach y'all stuff like that anymore. We were literally using like the saw and cutting wood and creating this box. And I also made a skirt, and I still have this skirt in my closet. Do I? Yeah, I do. I still have this skirt in my closet. So those were like exciting. I'm a hands-on person too. So the classes where they got me to building and making, I love that all day. But I also love my African American Studies class too. That was pretty cool. So what if you had advice for a new teacher, what would it be?
Well, for one, make sure your room is not extremely hot or extremely cold because all the AC doesn't work in the school. It could be hot one day and then freezing the other. So,
That's every student's complaint in
yes,
every school. I
it's a
kept my
problem.
classroom cold. And it was
Mm-mm,
just going to have to be cold because I
mm-mm.
needed it to be cold.
It's too cold for me to focus.
Okay. Okay.
And an actual piece of advice would be to make bonds with your students
Hmm.
because without that, it would just be like teacher student instead of friend to friend. And
Hmm.
you'd rather learn from a friend than someone that just talks all the time and doesn't actually have like emotions towards you. So,
Oh, so you're really big on that bond thing. That's like number one for you
yes,
and your
it's very
teachers.
important.
Okay. Well, it's good to know for my new teachers out there, create those relationships and those bonds with the students so that they feel like you actually care for them. So, Alyssa, thank you for sharing your story today. Okay.
It
We
was
know,
very nice.
yes, we know a little bit about you. And I guess your senior year is coming up. So I will be on that journey with you. And I also asked her that if when she gets into college, if it's okay for me to visit her like every week. So we still in agreement on that? Like lunch, at least.
Lunch every week.
Yeah, every week.
Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe,
Thank you. What?
maybe.
What? You're the last child, okay? After you, we will have no one left in the house, and everyone else is like gone and grown and doing their thing. So I can't wait to eat lunch with you every week.
Good.
This is going to be fun. So hopefully this will motivate and inspire a teacher this episode. That's what this episode is supposed to be about. Teachers are so important and we need so many of them. This episode is really about telling a story because stories are good with connecting people to passion and purpose. We don't know who is going to listen to this episode, but hopefully they can connect with something you said today, Alyssa. So, for my listeners, please be sure to subscribe to Everything But the Lesson Plan and share this episode. So, whether you're an educator or a student or just someone who remembers that one teacher who made learning unforgettable, hopefully this episode sparked some incredible memories. That is it for this week. And for my educators, I need you to keep doing one more thing for me, keep thriving.